Welcome back. Would you look at the time? It's scary ocean time. We're really doing this again, aren't we? Yes, the rumors are true. I'm a big baby when it comes to deep water and the ocean and things in the water and water in the dark. And sometimes on a really bad day, closing my eyes in the shower. What if once I close my eyes, suddenly I plop into the ocean? Something to think about. Here we go.
All the time. Why can't you just put a rope on one of these things and tow it out of the way?
Despicable. Off to a great start. It really is just a tree. It's not just a log floating towards the surface. That person just disappeared. Oh man, how far does this go? Oh my gosh. Oh, the sound is so bad, dude. Dude, that's freaking crazy. Yeah, you can't haul this away, even if it wasn't 100 feet tall. This probably weighs 1 billion pounds. That's terrifying. Okay, what a hot start. Just the reality that this little tree trunk on the surface could be a big spooky log that goes all the way down to the bottom. Yikes. How do you feel after that first one? I don't feel good. Let's keep going. Ocean spillage in a fishing boat. Yikes, man. It looks like they're closing the window. I'm like, why is the window open? What are they trying to do? I don't know enough about anything to know why you'd be in this situation. Okay, it looks like they closed it now. Gosh, dude, what is happening? What is this hell? Oh, the water's like coming from underneath too. Dude, what is, I don't know enough about this to know, but they don't seem worried about it, so I guess I won't be either, but I don't imagine this is a good time. Look, he's like having a fun time though. Maybe it is a good time. You ever been out on the ocean at night though, where it's just pitch black like this and it just goes on for as far as the eye can see, which isn't very far in this situation? That's bad enough without the water spilling into the boat that you're on. It looks like you could so easily fall out too. Like, obviously they know what they're doing, but like that's a big enough space for me to go slipping out of there, you know? Here we go. I don't know if I actually reacted to this scene yet. From the Sea Beast. I've seen it a bunch of times, but... oh, dude. Gosh, man. And that... yes, officer, that right there. That's what's scary. The fact that something so big can just disappear into the dark like that. I know it's animated and it's not like real evidence or something, but like we know that this can happen. Who's to say there isn't always something that big just on the edge of your vision? Lake Superior in North America. I probably have to replace all the music on these videos, but the music selection here is fire. I'm sorry you won't get to hear it. You'll get to hear my copyright-free music. You know, whatever. I can handle the ocean from this safe distance. Or not the ocean, sorry, Lake Superior. It's such a big lake that it does behave like you would, you know, like it makes you think it's an ocean because of this. Like this doesn't say lake to me. This says ocean, but the lake is very big, which I don't know, when does it become a sea? A lake is enclosed on all sides by land and does not connect to a larger body of water like an ocean, while a sea connects to an ocean. Okay, well explain the Caspian Sea then, goofball. I'm not gonna research that more, but I still have questions about that. Why is it not Sea Superior? Rough seas on a Norwegian cruise ship. Oh. Oh my gosh, dude. Jeez Louise. Everyone seems so calm about it. They're all just sitting in their chairs. They're like, man, good thing I'm not in one of those chairs. But yeah, I didn't realize this could happen. And I signed up to go on a cruise with my family to Alaska in May. So someone please tell me this is uncommon. Someone please tell me this is very uncommon. Kepler 22b is an exoplanet that might be covered in a global ocean. Cool. Good for them. Not interested. Imagining what that must look like is terrifying, but it looks so cool sitting out in space, right? That's a nice color. Big green fan over here. Where are my green fans at? Green? You? Hell yeah. But my favorite like sub color would be like turquoise, like a nice green blue, like a little sea foam. And so that is a beautiful color. Mwah, 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 mwah. Never want to go there in my entire life. I don't think I'll be given the option to go there. I don't think anyone will be given the option to go there. But if they were choosing someone to go there, it'd be pretty strange if they chose me. But then again, maybe I'd be the perfect choice because I'd be ready to have a panic attack at the first sign of trouble. Completed my open water diver certification yesterday, came across this weird hole in the ground on my last dive at 45 feet deep, made me a little uneasy to float over. Oh gosh, what is this, a mine shaft or something? Made me a little uneasy to float over? Then don't. Oh, you can't see. You can't see what's down there. Oh, that's freaky, dude. This is like one of those videos where they animate like a hand coming up and grabbing them. Yeah, that's diabolical. Do not like that. That's a great video, though. I'm happy we're getting some good ones today. Oh, just the... Oh, I can like imagine it. I can imagine being over this hole and looking down. This is like what my nightmares look like, actually. Now that we're talking about it. Why would you ever be in a scenario where you're underwater and also somehow looking down into a hole of more dark water? Like, how could you make looking down into dark water scary when you're already in the dark water, you know? This is how. And they've done it. By golly, they've done it. I don't like thinking about what's under the surface. Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. Yeah, especially this dark. Because if you really were to take a look underneath the surface, you would only get, like, throwing out a number, 10 feet of visibility. It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be so dark. So dark that just talking about it is giving me the heebity-jeebities. Tell you what, let's move on. Let's move on from that scary ocean video to something safer, like another scary ocean video. Big wave comes out of nowhere. Jeez. Yep. That'll happen to you. I remember one time I was in Hawaii, and I was very obviously not from there because I was at this like kind of like lesser known, like non-touristy beach spot that because someone I knew that lived there knew this spot. So we're there, and the lifeguard like calls us out and is like, "Hey, you shouldn't be here. This is closed," because it was like a little stormy out and the waves were big, kind of like this. In my head, of course, I'm thinking, if the lifeguard's telling you shouldn't be here, then you shouldn't be here, Gregory. Why are you here? But we went down to like the far side of the beach where it wasn't as wavy. But these waves were happening. I was seeing people do this where they're like way out there and these huge waves are just taking them out. But the people that were doing this, like, you know, they were from here. This is like their spot probably. Like they, you know what they're doing. Me, on the other hand, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm the kind of guy who when I go to the ocean, I just stand in like 2 feet of water and just kind of like chill. Playing in the underwater sandfalls of Dean's Blue Hole. Did you ask Dean first? Man, the music. I know I'm probably muting it and replacing it, but I know what's happening around the camera. It looks like so much fun. Oh my gosh. Don't go. Gosh, okay. That showed everything except for the scary reality of what's around this. This is a hole. This is Dean's blue hole, and Dean has not been taking very good care of his blue hole. It is dark, it is scary. You can kind of tell that it goes down for a while, but it's huge. We looked at it before in videos, so I'm not gonna pull it up, but swimming on the edge of this or near it or seeing it, no thanks, dude. I mean, obviously, but no thanks. Here we go, one of those CGI ones. Big scary statue. Don't pan around. I don't need to see more, dude. Always from underneath. Okay, that's fine. Just an old guy. Nothing scary about an old guy. Giant old guy coming at you from underneath the water. Sorry, I meant nothing is as scary as. These videos, they get me in a different way because I always know something's coming and they're obviously like fake, so they don't hit me as hard as they could. It's still like a very visual representation of a nightmare scenario for me. Granted, this could never happen, I don't think. Giant evil statues of old men and me swimming near them would never happen in real life. I would make sure of it. But in a nightmare, absolutely. Dream job, am I right? Just the idea that these sway with the water is so bad to me. You'd think that with these metal poles, how does it move and fluctuate? I know it probably needs to so it doesn't break. I guess it could just be swaying, but it looks kind of like it's like moving like a bow. I don't know, maybe it's an optical thing, but it definitely moves with the intense waves, and that is freaky to me. Because the last thing I want to be reminded of while on this platform is that I'm on this platform. You know what I mean? If I'm on here, I don't want anyone telling me I'm on here. Okay, get me off of here. Does this count as thalassophobia? It's kind of a vibe, dude. Wow. This is a crazy video. Wow. I don't know if it necessarily does thalassophobia. I'm overusing this as a concept, but like it's a very dreamlike video. This like comically straight, seemingly infinite train track, and then you've got ocean on both sides. This also very skinny and long cloud here, and just some of the most wild lightning I've ever seen. Wow. Would you take that train ride? Let's just say it was like a 30-minute ride, but it was guaranteed to be this the whole time. Would you do it? I think that I'd be okay in this situation because I'm not in the water. I have a very weird line of what's like scary for water and what's not. I can be right next to it and be totally fine. You know, if I let my mind wander, I'll imagine like, what if I fell in and then I'm stuck in there and there's a big old man who comes up from underneath and gulps me up, you know, like. But if I'm on a train, I think I would probably be more in a headspace of like, this is crazy. This is like a movie moment. I love moments like that. I think that'd be a stretch for me because of how much water there is, but I do love moments like that are very just, I don't know, cinematic. This is the deepest women on earth. Okay, she just looks at the camera and is like, social anxiety is just conspiracy theories about yourself, dude. And inheritance is just your relatives dropping their loot when they die, bro. It's like, dang, so deep. Anyway, I thought you were gonna swim. She is the holder of 38 freediving world records, and it's gone. Good for you, though. We've seen this little tube tunnel thing. We ran out of breath just watching this. I mean, that was like 20 seconds. But yeah, that's creepy. In its own way. I don't know, I feel like that if you're in a pool, it's not that like scary to me. I mean, like, you know, whatever. But good job on being the deepest woman on earth. What the hell is this place? This alien world? Oh, dude. Don't go. Oh, he's upside down, right? Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Jeez, bro. Oh, no. He went to the great beyond. He was in a better place now. Wow. He also went to the great beyond, into a better place. The title is, Don't Really See Any Fun Part of It. I don't know, I mean, like, look, if you have the phobia, then yeah, probably hard to see the fun part, but like, it's not impossible to imagine that this would be fun, right? It's like going on a slide. You never been on a slide before? The swimming pools with black tiles are my aesthetic. Make the black tiles out of that black material that absorbs all light and swim over the void. Yeah. Okay, this is a tangent, not really related to that, but have you seen the trailer for that movie? It's called like Night Swim or something. Somehow they made the concept of something scary in the pool at night look dumb and not scary to me. That's something else. I watched that trailer and I was like, she is so committed to this game of Marco Polo. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can look it up, but it's just like they made a trailer for a movie where she's playing Marco Polo and her friend leaves the pool. Then there's a monster in the pool with her and she keeps her eyes closed the whole time. Like 30 whole seconds of her friend not responding and something like harassing her in the water and scary noises. And then the best part is the monster says polo at the end and then pulls her under. They managed to make me not scared of a movie about being in a pool at night with a monster. I don't know how they did it, but they pulled it off. The Southern Ocean is the most terrifying ocean. I will take your word for it. I have never been. You out here making it look peaceful, though. Man. Underneath the fear of the ocean that I've been saddled with since a very young age, there's someone who really, really likes it. There's someone who's very, very amused by it. This video is on the thalassophobia subreddit, and the title is about how it's the most terrifying ocean. And I definitely feel it. I'm definitely like, oh my gosh, that's so scary. How, you know, big and wavy and dark and all this, whatever. But it also looks like something that I want to go do. You know, I think I'm either morbidly curious or I was supposed to be someone who loves the ocean and explores the ocean, and I just happened to have some traumatic experiences at a young age that sort of changed that path. But maybe I'll get there someday. I feel like I'm on the way. I'm still terrified of it, but I feel like these videos over the last couple years have like built up an existing appreciation for it to an infatuation with it almost, where it's like very mixed emotions. Terrifying in so many ways, but the existence of the ocean is just fascinating to me. How you can just be out there. It's like it feels like unexplored territory. You can be out there, you can be alone. It feels like going to space in the sense that you truly get away from civilization to a place where you're at the mercy of your environment. And while that is terrifying, it is very interesting to me. Anyway, back to being terrified of water. Yikes. Shark statue sitting at the bottom of Lake something in Switzerland. We've seen this before. This is like a big one for submechanophobia. Just this demented looking shark thing in this murky water. That's top tier. Okay, let's do a few more before we get out of here. Dude, the title. Okay, this is another one of those good duality of man things. It's kind of a pretty video, right? The whole bioluminescent, is it plankton or algae or something? I forget. But a kind of a sick video, right? But the title and my feeling is, imagine if a massive blue streak came from underneath them out of nowhere. Just like, imagine if there was something really big and scary in this scenario. It's like, yeah, okay, dude, yeah, imagine. I'm not making fun of that. That's pretty much my entire video series here. It's just me being like, this is scary, but like imagine if it was scarier. This peaceful lake looks scary, but like imagine if there was like a giant like monster in there. Like that'd be so scary, right? Like, imagine if you're in this pool and like a big old like demon like grabbed your ankle. Super chill video. But imagine if it wasn't. The worst job in the world? Question mark? I would rank cleaning windows of skyscrapers as worse than this. I think I'd rather fall into the water than like 100 floors, you know? Because if you fall in the water, it would be scary, but you wouldn't die is what I'm saying. So it is not the worst job in the world. And that's coming from me, and that means something. Whatever's going on underwater to create that ring, I don't like it one bit. Actually, fun fact about this, I don't know why this doesn't show up in more pictures, maybe because the sea is actually calm, but they do this. They pump curtains of bubbles essentially up as like a shield for the sound because of the drilling they're doing. It's so loud and it's actually harmful to like the ecosystem around it. So it's actually like regulation to do this, but it creates this effect, this like sort of like mushroom ring of bubbles around it, because that's what they're doing. They're making a shield of bubbles. Is that wild? What a bizarre concept, but I'm glad they do it because that's a cool that they've thought of that and that they're like trying not to blast the ears of every creature within 100 miles. You know, I wonder how well this works. But yeah, it is not a circular monster coming up to swallow the oil rig like the title is implying. It's actually not a bad thing. It's actually a very good thing. Last one. This is the same person as earlier that went in that scary hole. Bro, these caves. I think they're upside down again too. Yeah. So wild. There's just enough darkness in there that I'm like, bro, I don't know if I could be cool with that. Wild, dude. What a thing to be experiencing, and I guess not be panicking. You know, they do these videos so nonchalantly. I'm like, is this something that you like eventually aren't scared of? Because to me it feels like instinct to be afraid of dark, corners of a cave that you're in, right? That seems like pretty reasonable, especially when it seems like there's only a couple little ways out, like little holes in the ceiling to get out. You know, you're kind of trapped in there a little bit. You couldn't get out super quickly. But people in these videos are always so nonchalant about it. They're just like, yeah, whatever, just hanging out in this underwater cave. It's like, do you work up to that point, or do you just like not care? I don't know. I don't remember a time where I wasn't scared of this. So I don't know if this is, in my head, it feels normal at this point, but I could be just so far gone. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully you got spooked with me, or if you're just an observer, hopefully you had a fun time observing me being spooked. But at any rate, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't and you want to, but you should want to. I'll make it worth your while. I'll post a video every week for free. In fact, I'm trying to do 2 videos a week starting now. I have an editor for my other channel, so it's taken a big workload off my shoulders. So I think I can probably finally pull off 2 videos a week, maybe most weeks. I don't know if I can guarantee every week, but I think I want to try it. I think that this channel could use a little more often content, especially since not every video appeals to every person here. Like, not everyone watches these water ones now, not everyone watches the liminal space ones now. So it's like, you know, if this week's video isn't one that you want to watch, then you're out for 2 weeks, you know. We'll see. I have lots of videos I want to do, so maybe we'll do 2 a week. But yes, thanks for watching. It means a lot that a lot of you have been here for like multiple years at this point. And to everyone new here, also big thank you to you for being here. I just like making videos. What can I say? I'm gonna keep doing it. Okay. Bye.